Hey, welcome back everybody to the channel. My name is Josh and I'm going to talk about the why people are leaving California. Where are they moving to and when did they start moving? Was this something recent or is this a couple years ago that people started moving? And hey, at the end, I'm going to talk about if I would stay. I might be moving soon. Who knows? Stay to the end so you can see. I've decided I'm going to... Alright, so no, people haven't been moving recently, even though we got Joe Rogan, Graham Stephan leaving. The US Census has data that 691,000 people left this state in the year 2018 and 500,000 people came into the state. Simply more people are leaving than coming. And now I want to go to the main reasons why people are leaving California. Number one, it's just the cost of living. It's just so expensive to live here. Just to give you guys a better idea, I got my handy dandy iPad and I'm gonna be breaking down how much it costs to live in an apartment here in California. Just real quick. All right, let me give you an example. So, all right. After thorough research, I found this apartment. It's on Aiden Grand, so it's in LA County. It's close. You know, I guess you can say it's close to downtown LA. If you want to go to Santa Monica, Venice Beach, Hollywood, etc. Right? It's a good area, right? It's close to $3,500 a month, and that's 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,000 square foot. 1,016, right? I'll just round it down to 1,000 to make it simple, and the 3,481 rounded up to 3,500 a month. It's a lot of money. Even if you're making $10,000 a month, I know that would probably hurt to spend almost 40% of your income in just an apartment. I mean, look at this. You know, it's a nice apartment. It looks clean. It looks pretty new. It's really nice. I'm not gonna deny the fact that this is a nice apartment, but it's just so expensive. Look at this. It's a really nice apartment. It's close to $3,500 a month, and that probably is not including parking. You probably have to pay more for parking. I don't know if you have to pay more for utilities. I don't know what's included. The whole point is it's $3,500 on Zillow in LA. Just to give you guys an idea what you would be paying for, you know, a decent apartment. This is not even the highest, you know, there's way more expensive apartments, or if you want to buy a home, etc. Now let's give you another city. All right, we got Dallas, Texas. Again, really nice apartment. Look at this. Yeah, it has a really nice pool. It has really brand new the apartments themselves look really nice and really new. So same thing, really nice apartment. Dallas, Texas. It looks very clean, very nice, and it's 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's bigger. It's 1,400 square feet basically, so it's 400 square foot more. That could literally be almost a room bigger, right? And it's $2,435, $1,000 less. Now, since this is a finance channel, let's look at what 1,000 could potentially be 15 years from now. 15 years, let's just say you invest into a mutual fund giving you a return of 8% a year, right? That can come out in 15 years to basically $350,000. That's a lot of money. That's almost a house that you can just pay cash in 15 years from now, just from renting an apartment, and then boom, pay cash. Now, same thing, not just 30 years, that's almost $1.5 million. As you can see, that is the reason why people are leaving. You know, you got cities like Dallas, or for example, here's another one. Here's Miami, Florida. Look at this apartment, really nice. Let's look at it for a little bit. Wow, look at these views. Look at that sunset. $2,430, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Again, bigger. 1,380, so 400 square foot bigger. That is amazing. $1,000 less. And this is Miami, so you got the beach vibes. This is a cool city, right? Let's just say you don't want Texas, you don't want Miami. All right, let's look at Henderson, Nevada. Now this is a house. This is not an apartment. This is a house. Look at this house. Beautiful house, really nice. Double the square foot, $2,263. A little bit more than double actually. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, $2,300. With this house, you could literally rent the 2 extra bedrooms to 2 other roommates, and you end up actually not even spending $2,300 a month. Maybe spend less than that. You maybe spend, you know, let's just say $1,000 or $1,500 a month. You're talking about now almost close to $2,000 a month you're saving. Henderson, Nevada, and Henderson, Nevada is not far away from California, so maybe you don't want to move all the way to Texas or all the way to Miami. You want to be a little bit closer because your family's here in California. $2,300 a month, Nevada. So as you guys can see, it's really expensive to live in California, and I get it. Living in California, you got the weather, you got the beaches, you got blah 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 blah. You got a lot of, you know, the cool factor or whatever, right? It's just, I mean, when you calculate it, you know, financially, is it financially a smart decision? I'll leave that up for you to decide. Now, the second reason why people are leaving California is the lockdown. The lockdown has had an effect on a lot of residents here in California. For example, you got business owners who, because of the lockdown, haven't been able to open up, and they've actually lost their business, or they won't be able to recover all those clients they lost, or that loss of income that's almost literally for a whole year, that still to this day we're still in lockdown, where some businesses still cannot open. And since a lot of small businesses cannot open it, or they can't recover all that's lost, they just have to declare bankrupt, or they have to close down the business and move out of the state. Now, another reason why the lockdown is, affecting people moving out of the state is simply families where their kids cannot go to school in person. They have to do the online teaching, right? But for some parents, both of them work. Let's just say they both work. They're not working from home. They're working, they're working at a bank or something like that, or they have to be in person. Now, they can't just leave their kids unattended, especially if they're, they're underage, they're 12 and 10 or 15, whatever. They're in, middle school or elementary school. They can't just leave them home. You can't do that. So what do? I've heard many cases where the schools where they're supposed to be going in person are actually charging them if they want, since they can't keep them at their home. If they want to take them to the school, obviously reduce classes, but I've seen that they're charging them close to $1,000 a month per child, just so they can keep them there while they're at work. Now, let's just say you're a single mom or a single dad and you have 2 or 3 kids. You're talking about almost $2,000 a month if you have 2 kids. $24,000 a year. As you can see, some of those people have decided to just pack their bags and leave because it's just so expensive, and they see other states where they're in schooling is just normal, like as if nothing ever happened, right? It's just and nothing political. Again, remember, I'm not saying I'm for it, against it. I'm just stating the facts that there's literally single parents that they cannot do it. They cannot afford to pay for the kids to go to in-school teaching when it should be free, because we already pay for it through our taxes, which are really high. Now, the third reason why people are leaving California is simply because of taxes. Our taxes are a lot higher than a lot of other states. Everyone knows, California is known for high taxes, right? I don't really have to go too in depth with that. To add on top to that, here on my phone, I have this app. Oh, look at that cute doggy. It's not my doggy. I want to have it one day. But add this app, Salary Tax Calculator. It's a really great app. Look for it on the App Store. I'm sure it's also on the Android, the Play Store or something. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, Salary Tax Calculator. It'll give you a really good idea. Let's just say you put $50,000 a year as your salary, and it's per year. You're single and you live in, let's say, California. So at the end of the year, your net pay is roughly going to be $35,000, and it breaks down roughly how much you'd pay in federal tax, state tax, Social Security, Medicare, etc. Right? It kind of gives you a breakdown what would you make your net pay monthly as well as weekly. So wow, you go from $50K to $35,000. You can see how much we pay in taxes here in California. And the app is not sponsoring me at all, but if they want to, hit me up, email me, DM me, whatever you guys want to do. Now, the fourth main reason why people are leaving California is simply because of they can work from home. And you got people like Joe Rogan, Stephen Graham, who are, whether they're podcasters, YouTubers, they can literally pick up their studio, take it anywhere in the world. It doesn't even have to be in the US. It could be, you can go to Bali, you can go to Tulum, Mexico, right? Working remotely it gives the opportunity for people to realize, wow, I don't have to stay paying $3,500 a month for 1,000 square foot when I can pay $1,000 a month for 5,000 square foot in Bali. I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there, right? Because there's actually a lot of entrepreneurs that go and move to places like Bali because the cost of living is so cheap, and they can work remotely, right? There's a lot of people that can work remotely, and they're seeing there's even big companies such as Google that are actually extending the working from home, and who knows, maybe this might be something permanent. And then since these people are seeing that, they're leaving the super expensive living costs to go to other states. And keep in mind, there's actually states in the US that will pay for you to move to their state. Now, there are other reasons, maybe there's family reasons, there's work reasons, maybe you just want something new, you want to change your plans, you don't want to live in California. Maybe you're someone like myself that you've lived in California all your life, and maybe you want to get humbled by nature. But after doing a lot of research, I find out that those are the top reasons why people are leaving California: taxes, cost of living, the lockdown, as well as remote work. Now, this is the part where I tell you guys if I'm leaving California, if I'm staying, what is my decision? Well, after really thinking about it, my decision that I'm about to tell you guys, I'm so excited to tell you guys, it could change. So depending on where California is 5 years from now, that can change. Depending where I am 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, that can change. But I've decided I'm gonna leave in 2 months. Oh, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm not leaving California anytime soon. I know I grew up here. I might be biased because I've only been in California. I visited other places like Tulum, Mexico, which is an amazing, beautiful place. If I had no responsibilities, no connection, no family, nothing at all, if I had no one, if I was a nobody here, nothing at all, I would move to Tulum, Mexico. That would be my number one choice because it's so beautiful. It's in nature. It's just so cheap to live there as well. And my roots are from Mexico, so I understand Spanish. I understand the culture, so it would be perfect fit for me. But besides the fact, I'm not moving there. I'm staying here in California, and this is why I want to stay in California. I'm so used to the weather. Like I cannot. Even though people say Oregon is really nice, it is really nice. The weather's a lot of rain. I know it's a lot of rain, but it's a lot of green, a lot of nature, a lot of beautiful sights, a lot of pictures and videos you can take. It's just the scenery is amazing, a lot more beautiful than California. But like I said, I'm just so used to that 75-degree year-round weather. I can't see myself living somewhere. I one time visited my family in Chicago in December. The weather was like negative, I don't know, like 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and I was just like, wow, this is way too cold. And you do this for like 3 months out of the year, or 2 months, I don't know how long. It's just like, and I have a Corvette. I can only imagine driving that thing in the snow. I probably can't even drive it in the snow. It's impossible. I probably have to trade that in or sell it and buy a Jeep or a truck or something. I love the fact that in California, yes, I can actually drive to Oregon. I could drive to Vancouver. I could drive to Nevada. I could drive to Tijuana, Mexico, and get an airplane to Cancun for $100 to $200 round trip. And the reason I say this because I've done that before. I drive to Tijuana, park it on the San Diego side. It's called CBX. Take a round trip, $200. So I love the fact that California is kind of like also like a good location where you can go to different spots, as well as within California. You got Mammoth, California, way better than Big Bear for sure. Really beautiful sight to see. I once went backpacking in Bishop, California. Really beautiful. Yes, it's not Yellowstone National Park, anything like that, but it's still really nice. And I can drive, I can drive to the Grand Canyon. I could drive to Vegas. It's not that far. It's only a couple hours away. Now, the number 2 reason why I want to stay in California for now is family. I'm a family guy. My girlfriend's family is also here. Not all my like cousins and uncles live here, but I got some uncles that live here, cousins, but mostly my immediate family, my parents, my siblings, they all live here. And also for my girlfriend, all her family lives here as well. So that's definitely something that's influencing my decision to stay. And the third reason why I would stay in California is just, the future looks pretty bright in the sense where California can get better. I don't think we're doomed. I don't think California is doomed at all. I believe if we all do our parts as Californians, is that even a word? If we would just be more informed, we could really pressure these politicians. Doesn't matter what party they affiliate with, so they can make decisions, make California a better state, make California, a cool again, basically. Make it the state that people really desire to move here and not leave, and maybe bring back Stephen Graham. That should be a slogan. Bring Graham Stephen back. 2022. I'm gonna run for governor, and that's gonna be my slogan. I believe the future, we're not doomed. California's not doomed. I still believe there's a lot of things that we can change, whether it's with homelessness or taxes. Those are stuff that literally within a year, 2 years, or 3 years, we can change that with voting the right people in, being informed, pressuring all the politicians, not just the left or right, but all of them, into making California a better place for its community. And now the fourth reason why I decide to still stay in California is its cool factor. I still think it's cool to live in California. Like I said before, you could drive to a lot of different places. I just started getting into going to the beach more. I just bought my wetsuit. I have my bodyboard. I just got my fins. Like, I don't know why I never did this. I've been living here for 22 years. I never really I like the beach, but I would only go in the summer. But now that I have a wetsuit, I can go all year round, and I don't feel cold. Like, I know the water is a lot colder than Cancun, for example, or Florida, right? It's a lot colder, but with the wetsuit, you're good. You're chilling. You're fine. No worries. No problema, amigo. And I still think there's a lot of great cities in California, specifically in Southern California, where you can raise a family. And that's why I decided to still live and stay in California. But like I said, if things change drastically where I'm just like, whoa, what's going on here? Then I'll consider that decision to pack up my bags and move to, I don't know, Henderson. I want to rent a home for $2,300 a month, or Miami, have a penthouse basically in the middle of Miami and see the views, amazing views for what it was like $2,300 a month. So I don't know. For now, I'll stay in California, but hey, I can still visit all those places. You know, it's just an airplane away. It's not that far. So thank you guys so much again for watching. I really appreciate all of you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below. I'm interested to see, would you live in California? Would you stay? Why would you leave? Why would you stay? What do you love or hate about California? I'm really interested to find out. Thank you guys so much again for watching. See you guys on the next video.